Hello and welcome back, Milan fans. I've got another signing series video for you guys. Today we're going to be discussing Nicolo Zaniolo and if I think he's a good fit for the squad and what we should do. Should we look to sign him or not? Alright, here we go. First, as always, I'm going to take a look at some of the stats. Even though I always say I'm not a big stats guy, I think it's just a good intro. So for AS Roma, he has played a total of 108 games and he has scored 21 goals and has 14 assists. Not a sparkling tally by any means, but also quite respectable overall, seeing as he is quite young and has the world at his feet. Now, something about Nicolo Zaniolo that every single person will know is he has had massive injuries. 2 knee injuries each side, ACL each side. ACL injuries are not easy injuries to get rid of. They take a lot of time and often they don't hold. So it is a huge season, or it was a huge season for Zaniolo. There's only one game left here, so I'm basically using past tense, mainly to see if he could stay healthy. It is a massive boon to his credit, his recovery, the work he's put in. You can see he's bulked up for sure because you need that extra muscle to kind of protect the weaker ligaments at this point. However, he has stayed healthy. He hasn't had a single knee injury. There has been no major layoffs for him, and I'm very impressed that he has done so. So that is a good sign going forward, because looking at signing somebody from a financial point of view, you've got to see how reliable they can be too. And when you have those types of injuries, it's hard to think of somebody as very reliable. However, he's been fit most of the season, so I'm very curious how things move from here, but it's really positive, especially because this is a kid who, when he came onto the scene in Serie A, he was incredibly promising. I mean, he was lighting up the stage big time. Very talented kid. He's got that grinta, that heart, a lot of fight, and even Fabio Capello said that he believes this is the type of kid that can win the Ballon d'Or. You don't just say that out of nowhere, especially a coach like Capello, who has a lot of clout. Kid's got talent. If he can stay healthy, I believe he truly could be a Ballon d'Or contender in the future, with, of course, the right situation, the right team, the right scenario, etc. Do I believe that team could be AC Milan? Actually, I do. There is a huge question mark over his fitness. Of course, you have those injuries, it kind of speaks for itself. However, he would fit exactly what Milan is about, right? He is Italian, which we don't have a lot anymore these days, but that obviously helps. He plays that number 22 attacking midfield role the best. I know he's been pushed out to right wing, left wing. I don't agree with any of it. I think Zaniolo is an attacking midfield player through and through. He drives the line. He's a very straightforward player. He can score with both feet. He has signs that are reminiscent of Kaká. Kaká, in my opinion, is a much smarter player, and he is an absolute burner. If you may watch my channel, you know Kaká's my favorite player, so nobody in my mind can touch him as far as attacking mids go. But Zaniolo has those types of characteristics to play this role perfectly, and right now we do play with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and it seems like he fit our system absolutely perfectly. So, do I think Zaniolo could achieve those levels with AC Milan? We are getting back to our glory days. We're just on the cusp. We have to make some good moves going forward. And Zaniolo could be that guy, if he stays healthy, to take his career to the next level and take Milan to the next level in that role. I just imagine if he's here for 2 years, he may have a breakout season like Leao had this year. Leao, for the past few years, has been kind of hit or miss. We've always known he's had talent. He's always looked fantastic at times, but he'll drift in and out of games. He looks lazy here and there. He can't put it all together. He's been fading away at the end of seasons. Now this season, he's faded towards the end of the season, but now all of a sudden, the past few games, he's stepped it up when he's needed to the most. So he's kind of becoming exactly what he wasn't in the first few seasons, and he's becoming more clutch, more important later on in the season, which is amazing because now he is growing, he is becoming a man. You're actually seeing the kid grow into a man, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And I hope that if we do get Zaniolo, the same thing happens, because I could really picture a beautiful relationship flourishing between Zaniolo, Leao, whoever we get at right wing, whether it's Berardi or Anthony, and maybe a guy like Scamacca or Darwin Nunez up top. There could be a really great thing coming for the next decade here. So it's really all about 2 things for me with Zaniolo. 1, can he stay healthy? And 2, what's his actual price tag going to be? I think he's got all the tools to fit in here. He would actually bring some good grinta, some grit, some passion, and some drive, which I think is really necessary for Milan. You've seen it primarily in our team with guys like Tonali. He probably has the most grinta on this team. Rebic too, but he's more of like a nuisance, like an annoyance. He definitely tries hard, but Tonali's got that true grit, that true grinta. He's got a little bit of that Gattuso fire. Zaniolo has that too. Yes, he gets some yellow cards because of it, but he's got that. What I would say about Zaniolo is that it's all about price tag right now. Transfer Market, which is relatively accurate, lists him around 30 million, which I think is actually pretty fair. I would try to go maybe 25, but I think that's pretty fair for him. Now, Roma is asking something like 70 initially to Juve, which is wild, and no way in hell should we ever pay that. However, recently more reports have said around 50. 50, in my opinion, is still too much because of the injuries. If Zaniolo never got injured and he could keep progressing, he probably would be worth 50 plus right now. However, he did get injured, and they're massive injuries. So I don't think we can pay more than 30 for him. If we do, I think that's fair. It's still maybe a bit expensive. However, that's probably worth the risk. Maybe you want to go a little less than that, 25 if you can, plus bonuses, but it's all down the price tag for me. He fits the system. He would fit Milan like a glove. He'd fit the attacking midfield role perfectly. And honestly, he just really would fit the team. It would be nice to see another 22 at attacking midfield, kind of reminiscent of the glory days when we're just starting to build to our glory days again. So I would do it for the right price. For the wrong price, no, I would pass, and I would honestly just go with Paulo Dybala and just pay Dybala's large salary but not have to pay a transfer fee. So there's different ways we can go here. I think those are two fantastic options and my top options for attacking mid. I would go with either Zaniolo or Dybala, obviously fee depending. And one more thing that I'll talk about before we wrap this up on Zaniolo. I really think that if he does come here, we need to be looking at him as attacking mid, not as a right winger. I know he's played there a lot for Roma, but I've never been super impressed with him at right wing. Yeah, he's fine there, but he's not great there. And there's just no point to sign a player who's fine for a spot that we really need somebody who's a true right winger. You got to put him in a position to succeed. We were failing Rafael Leao last season, putting him up at striker so much. Like, just forget it, Pioli. I mean, he just kept doing it over and over again. Pioli just kept putting him up there and hoping a different result would happen, and it never did. Finally, he forgot that, put him at left wing, stuck him there and said, all right, this is where you're playing. And boom, give the guy consistency and another year under his belt. He's an amazing left winger, probably the best left winger in Serie A right now. So, come on. You got to put players where they belong, and Zaniolo belongs at attacking mid. Even looking at his stats, where he's played 50 games at right wing. He's scored 9 times. That's roughly 5 to 6 games, and then he gets a goal. At attacking mid, 82 games, 28 goals. That's 1 in every 2 to 3 games. That's massively different. That's twice as good at that role if you're just looking at goal production. But it's also more than that. He breaks the lines better. He reads the games better. So I think if we do look at him, we have to look at him for an attacking midfield role and not for a right winger slot, because we need to know that that spot is still vacant and we still need a top right wing. So my thoughts overall is that I would sign Nicolo Zaniolo. I think that he is a talent that if he can stay healthy, he truly can reach Ballon d'Or levels. But a lot of things have to work out. He's got to be in the right team, the right environment, and he's got to stay healthy. And I feel like if he can stay healthy, AC Milan would probably be the ideal team for him to reach that next level. It just has that vibe in this team. We're getting that kind of family atmosphere back again. You've got guys like Tomori, Teo Hernandez, Tonali. Those are the guys who I think are going to stay here hopefully forever. They just have this type of heart, and I'm hoping that that type of character can build. Even a guy like Mike Maignan has it too. So I'm hoping a guy like Zaniolo, if he comes here, he sees this as his forever spot. He wants to stay healthy, keep himself fit, and can become that next great attacking midfielder for us. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the risk is too much? Do you think that 25 to 30 million or so is too much for Zaniolo? Give me your thoughts and who you would like to see there instead, if not Zaniolo. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. And as always, please watch this last game. AC Milan is 1 game away. Forza, Forza, Forza Milan.